It is said that the courageous people are the ones who get the blessings of life. But this life has the ability to get much worse even to those who are bravest among us. The sad reality is the life of Melesiana Mukamunga, a 72-year-old woman who is disabled, poor and alone. This is how she moves around, and some people mock her every time they see her, saying that she crawls like an animal. That's painful, but what really worries Melesiana is her ability to raise these young children she's responsible for. How did she end up with these children? And why can't she move properly? This is her tragic story. Melesiana was not supposed to be alive. She was born normal, but her life changed when she was just 13 years old, to the point she committed suicide but failed to die. I got disabled when I was 13 years old. I got polio and it damaged my legs. I had a bad life afterwards. Even my family ousted me. They would hide me whenever big visitors showed up, and they used to call me discriminatory names. I got so sad whenever they excluded me, and one day I even tried to commit suicide, but I didn't die. Her polio affected her legs, and ever since then, Melesiana has been disabled. She cannot walk on her legs since her feet are not strong enough to support her whole body. As such, she uses her arms to work, and that's how she ended up walking like this, with her back bent. It's because of this disability that her family tried to deny her a chance to marry when a man showed interest in her.
Papa yari yaratanye na mama.
My parents had divorced, but my father's sister was the only one supporting me. And the time came when I met my husband. When he presented his idea to marry me, some of my family members rejected and wanted to replace me with other fit women. But the man insisted that he only wanted me, even if I was disabled. I got married to him, gave birth to both boys and girls, even though all of them have died. I only remain with 2 children, and the last born is also disabled. In my marriage, my husband loved and never abused me. He treated me well as much as he could until he died. Melesiana's husband died with 2 other children, and they were responsible for Melesiana, who was not able to do anything because of her disability. After their deaths, Melesiana started to struggle financially, especially after other children of hers died as well. And now she remains with only 2 children. What is even more tragic is the fact that she's supposed to raise these young children. They're all her grandchildren, but she doesn't have the means to raise them properly. After the death of my husband and my older children who took care of me, I had no other means to survive. I was raising my children and I don't have the means to take care of them. When that time to go to school arrived, I didn't have the means to send them to school. I ran out of options. That's the first time I decided to go straight to beg. I wish to help my grandchildren to get school fees, clothes and other necessities. That's why I decided to go to the street. This is the kind of life I'm living in now. But begging is not that easy as well. It takes a lot of effort for Melesiana to get to the right spot where the chances of getting something are high. She lives in this small house and she travels through difficult terrain to get to the spot where she begs from. She has to pay attention to cars and other vehicles while ignoring people who stare at her throughout the way. When she finally gets to the right spot, she has to be patient with people to give her something, and she might wait for hours without anyone putting anything in her begging hand. Sometimes she goes home completely empty-handed, and she has to figure out other ways in which all her grandchildren might eat. She claims to survive from well-wishers who provide her with everything she has.
hariho igihe Imana ikoresha abantu kabaho nk'umuntu uza yandeba ni wenda nanagenda gutya nkabona nk'umuntu nkubise nk'inote ya 5 nkavuga nti Imana urakoze, nabona nka 2 ubwo nkacyura ibyo ngibyo nkabona two kurihira kwishyura inzu ariko nkazirikana abana banjye.
This is a very tough life for a 72-year-old woman who is disabled. Her energy has receded considerably and she's not able to travel to far cities where she can get more. She now wishes to stop begging.
Nkumbabariye nk'abantu banyumva bandeba bakampa ubufasha nkava ku muhanda gusabiriza reba uko ngana ndakecuye mfite imyaka 72, urabona ko ntagikwiriye kuba uwo mu muhanda. Nkaba nsaba ubufasha rero bwo kugira ngo ndebe ko nava ku muhanda nkaza nkicara mu rugo iwanjye ahangaha sinzagwe ku gasi ngo mbe umugwagasi. Nicyo kintu cya mbere ndimo gusaba. Ndasaba ubufasha cyane bwo kuntunga n'aba bana nkava ku muhanda. Ikindi nongeraho nuko nsigaye nanirwa sinkibasha kujya mu maduka gusabiriza.
To support her grandchildren, Melesiana has a business idea which she can implement if she manages to find some capital. But the problem now is that she doesn't have any money.
Ikintu nabasha gukora mbonye ubufasha nkarangura utuntu nkashyira aha nkajya ntucuruza twatuma abana babona ikibafasha kandi nanjye nkaruhuka nkava ku muhanda nkicara iwanjye.
You can help Melesiana through the Giving Left links found in description and pinned in top comments. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah and this is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.